All right. Welcome everyone to another episode of Wong Chat. We are on, I believe it's finally episode 30. Like, I was thinking about yesterday was 29 with Yoshi. Yeah, we are number 30. So, the big 3-0. Not bad. I'm excited. I have been doing this show for a bit. Actually, I was just talking to my guest tonight where I started this before this whole coronavirus thing happened. And I thought I was, pretty ahead of the trend because now everyone has a podcast, like literally every single person. But it's all right. It's whatever. As long as you enjoy this, it's great. We're doing this live right now on twitch.tv/MaruMongPhoto. We're also on YouTube. You can also check us out later on Spotify, iTunes, and everywhere else that has a podcast platforms. Feel free to also check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, all the good stuff for bonus content, for my normal shit posting, all kind of good stuff. Tonight we have Sonja here, a good friend of mine. She is, I don't know how to describe her. She's more of an internet person. That's the best way to say it. She have done many things, but she also have done a lot of streaming. You know what? It's easy to let her explain herself. I'll just bring her on and let her say whatever she wants. What's up, Sonja?
Internet person honestly just sums it up.
Isn't that actually what you sent me?
Yeah, literally. You're like, how do I describe and put in a quick little bio for you? And I think I said Twitch streamer, host, and then just internet person.
Like
I sign contracts like that now. When it asks you for your title, I just put internet person. I'm not lying.
Yesterday, I was to Yoshi when he sent me his description because he's like a Power Ranger and all this good stuff. He didn't say Power Ranger at all. He said like anime lover, weeb, and all this stuff. Like, no, I'm changing it. Like, it's gonna be confusing for people to like, who the heck is this guy? So,
yeah. Oh man, that's my number one. If I'm a Power Ranger, that's the first thing I'm putting down.
Right? He told me a great story about how him and his brother are both Power Rangers, and that was
Wait, what?
Yeah. So it's a very interesting story too because his brother was supposed to be a Power Ranger, and then his brother accidentally gave it to him. Because he like made his brother to do, because the director was like, hey, we're not gonna cast him, but like, hey, let's give him more chance, and they did, and they casted Yoshi instead of Peter, his brother.
Oh man!
But then the next year, they actually got his brother as a Power Ranger, but they were pranking Yoshi and didn't let him know, and they said he didn't get it, and then eventually he did get it, so it messed him up a lot, but for funsies, but it was great.
I love that. I love being able that he's now able to say, oh, I accidentally gave my brother a Power Ranger like life,
and then I took it back,
and then I reclaimed. Yeah.
So
oh my God.
So that is pretty powerful on his part.
That's a good title too.
Yeah, Power Ranger, and then they have those Power Ranger conventions. It's pretty good.
So I know that there's conventions for everything, and I know that you go to a lot of conventions, and I definitely
one every other week, supposedly.
Literally, yeah, in normal times. But
yeah, normal times.
There's specifically a Power Rangers convention?
Yeah, I think it's called MorphCon. Yeah. Yep.
I love that.
And the fandom is actually huge. Like people are they have all these toys that they buy and they're collectible, and apparently they still record the show is still like Japanese mixed with American actors, so they still use Japanese clips for like the format is still the same for all this year. And apparently a lot of stunt people in that shows has been working for it for over 10 or 20 years. They're the same. So you might be seeing the same Red Ranger for years and you don't even know because they're wearing a mask.
So
those are the
cool.
stunts. Yeah.
That's so cool. I was literally just talking to another guest that you had on, Chris Villain. We were talking about, being at Disney and like being friends with someone at Disney, and how long that lasts. Like, is it the same Mickey forever, or like how? Like, you know what I mean?
Like the people in the suit. Yeah.
It's like,
what if you do something and they remember you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you meet Minnie and you're like, oh my, like Minnie, I love you so much, and then you see her like 5 years later. Like, what if she somehow she remembers, you know?
It's possible because I know I forgot which friend of mine. They are a transformer in Universal Studio. And they said
That's cool.
yeah, when I met them, they were in it for like 2 or 3 years already. So, yeah.
So that's a long standing. So you're a transformer for like
Yeah.
good amount of time.
What a
It's
weird
commitment.
thing to put on your title. It's like, what were you? Yeah, just a transformer, you
Just
know.
Bumblebee, whatever.
Just a robot in disguise.
I love that.
Yeah, they have this. They have to walk on tilt, and then they have a voice modulator on them.
Oh
So
my god, that's so cool though.
so interesting.
So I like to be called an internet person. Obviously, your friend is a Power Ranger. What are you, Martin?
What am I?
What's your?
That's the problem. Most people know me as a photographer, and that's as far as it goes. But it depends on which stage you know me. And even as a photographer, it depends on which photographer you think I am. Lots of people in our scene, of course, know me for cosplay photography. For me, it's like, yeah, I take photos. I mean, I did take cosplay photos for over 10 years. So I am the same guy in the same skin suit. But, but yes, but I have... I don't know. Some people see I'm as a model photographer because you can see my Instagram changed it. I used to work in Silicon Valley, so they think I'm a tech guy.
You're all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't even study photography.
What are you to you? You know, like what would you call your like? I'm a self-proclaimed internet person. I don't know.
I just call myself what my parents call me, a disappointment.
Oh.
I don't know.
Is that what you sign? That's what you sign contracts with?
Title disappointment.
Oh no.
I joke around at Comic-Con last year where I did a panel with DeviantArt, and I was saying like, you know, people think I'm funny, so that's great. And people are like, hey, you should be a comedian. And I was like, I'll do that. I'll be a disappointment to my parents again once this photography thing doesn't work out.
Oh no.
So,
oh my god.
No, actually, my parents. There's a problem though. My parents are actually very open, very progressive, and they love me a lot. And they
is that the problem?
That is the problem because they just want me to be happy, and I'm like, I'm not too happy, and they're like, they make me feel even worse.
Like, why aren't you happy?
Yeah, I'm like, why can't we?
I'm trying.
Yeah, every time I see my mom, I feel so bad because I can't tell. She just want me to be happy.
Oh. I love that though.
I don't know. We're working on it. We'll figure it out. Maybe next year when you ask me, I'll be like, yeah, I'm definitely this, not that.
All right, hold on. Hey Siri, set a reminder in 1 year. No, you gotta come back.
Like I guess we are all technically internet person for a while, haven't we been?
Yeah. I mean, I started back streaming and everything in like mid 2013. So it's been
7 years at least.
Don't say that. Oh my god.
If your stream live is a kid, it's already in 2nd grade.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You shut the hell up.
Marty, shut your whore mouth.
Shut your whore mouth. It trips me out so much because I know that there's people who've been around my stream and my community for, I mean, since the beginning. Yeah, 6 years, and there's so many people that are like, "Oh man, I used to watch you when I'm 12, and now I'm 18," and I'm like, I am so old. It's absolutely insane.
Like, it's strange too because I have been going to convention for over 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are times that like I would, especially going with Jessica Negri, and she have some recurring fans to her booth. You see them first, now they have a baby, and then a few years later, they have little kids, and a few years later, their kids like coming over, bringing them candies, like, oh my god.
And then the kid is cosplaying.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my god, I'm getting old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, especially like Hawaii, because Hawaii people a lot of them live there and they stay there. It's a very small convention scene, so meaning the same people go there. So we can see each year, like we have gone a few years, and then we have seen each year. It's like, oh god, your kid's getting older and older. It's like I have seen some of you more than I've seen my friends. You know,
I know.
Like, in the mainland. It's like what?
I know, it's wild to think about. Even just going to PAX and stuff like that. I know you've been to PAX a couple of times. Just seeing the same people coming back because they're local to the area, so it's like the one big convention that they get to go and hang out and meet people and. just seeing the same people year after year. Because I think this year is my 8 packs or like 6 or 7 packs or so. I think 2012 I think was my first packs. So
I
8
lost count
packs is
after a
later.
while.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
8 packs West or
East or
Prime
West?
or I don't know.
Yeah, Prime.
One
Okay.
of them.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Like I like to call it Prime because I feel like no, I am old school. Like back in my
It's
days.
still there. Yeah.
Oh, like
Called it
sometimes.
Prime.
Yeah, sometimes I would say, "Oh yeah, PAX Prime," and kids look at me like they're confused. Like, ugh, kids, youth. Ugh.
Youth in their Fortnite in
Yeah,
their
freaking fork knife. I actually have a.
I know I was
fork
gonna
knife.
say as
Yeah, and where'd it go?
I looked
Did it
slightly
fall?
past your gaze and I
Oh,
saw
over there.
yeah, it was literally right beside you as you're saying that.
I actually has a fork knife like prop spectre too, like a yellow unicorn thing.
Incredible.
It's actually belong to Amaranth, but yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so accidentally landed in my room, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Just keep
What's
it there.
what's the little caterpillar dude? So Martin has a little caterpillar thing on his TV.
That is like
What
a
is that?
Mario worm thing here.
Is it? I like him.
This light's not on for some reason.
He's cool looking. And now the podcast gets quiet, and now we get to have a moment of silence, and then we get to shit talk more. Hey!
Oh wow! Okay.
What's up?
Huh?
Oh, you brought the worm back, huh? Let's see him. Very cute.
I don't know what this is, but I think it's from Super Mario. I found it.
It does. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it does
So-
look like it would be a Mario thing.
Yeah.
I like
So,
that.
Hopefully, throwing a worm doesn't get me banned.
Speaking of Nintendo, I have a little gift for you.
Oh god, I'm worried.
Well, not for you. I mean, it's a gift that you get to
We'll
hear
enjoy.
it. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
what's the news?
If you're ready, ready?
Yeah. Oh my god. Ooh.
Did you hear that?
Which one is that? Is that
I've had this sitting on my desk
God.
with the curly
The
light.
light. Oh my god. What game is that?
Okay, so if you had to think of the top 3 games for Game Boy Color, what would you say? What would you say
Pokemon
they
is
are?
one of them.
Okay.
But what else? What else were there?
Which Pokemon though? Which one did you play? What's the
so,
superior one?
So this is different, okay? I was talking to other nerd friends too. My Pokemon is different than your Pokemon. Not saying better or worse, but mine's different.
Everyone's is different, I would say.
But my Pokemons were how do I say it? I have red, blue, but I also had green.
Okay.
In the color stage already,
Yeah.
and yellow.
Yeah.
We played the Japanese one, so that one already been around for a while.
But your first one was red?
I think my first one was yellow, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I would say maybe yellow because like you get the Pikachu on it. It's either yellow or blue because blue is my favorite color, so it's one of the two. But
Okay,
what
so
else? There's
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I didn't play enough. Like I feel like I didn't play enough on that game to know. It's gonna be a fighting game of some sort.
Okay. Pokemon fighting game.
It cannot be Sonic because Sonic's on Sega. What else are those? Is Mario? Super Mario?
A Mario game. Those are all viable answers.
But what's the right answer?
I mean, I don't know if there is a right answer, but I know that the answer to this is NSYNC's Get to the Show.
God. So I saw you show me a little bit and it looked like 4 or 5 people. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like not about like Ninja Turtle, but they look like normal human. I'm like,
close.
How do you even play that?
Close. Well, basically you basically just cater to the band, and the only thing that I can remember is you're driving a bus down this like weird path tunnel, and then randomly some of the bandmates will just yell that they need something, and then you have to like pull over into gas stations and pick them up snacks and shit, and like
So it's a chore game, like you have to work.
I mean, so is Animal Crossing, but
So
we love that.
I mean, it is. Animal Crossing is just you are in debt. You start out you in debt with the little. I actually have a small one over there. Oh wait, it's being covered by the poop. A small
By poop?
I have a Tom Nook over there, like a small one. I got it from
okay.
PAX East. Someone gave it to me. Jean, a friend of mine, gave it to
Cute.
me. But yeah, you start out with you being in debt. It is just slavery with extra steps. That's what Animal Crossing is.
I think it's cute debt is what it's
Oh,
what
okay.
I've boiled it down to. It's adorable debt. You've somehow made debt really cute.
I would say that the next time someone owe me money.
Yeah.
I wonder my landlord feel about that. It's like, yeah, you owe me money, but it's a cute way, you know? It's like a little house.
It's like cute. You come over, you just gotta be dressed all cute and
yeah,
like
you
it's
can buy
cute debt.
clothes.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck? It's like,
And then you
no,
start
I'm taking you to court, Martin. We're going to small claims. You owe me money. You're like, yeah, but it's cute debt, right?
It's cute, right? Yeah, I don't have to pay it, all right? Or I have to sell, I guess, some turnip, you know?
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's how are you playing the game a lot?
I'm playing too much.
That's how everyone is.
By the way, if anyone's on their turnip game, I gotta offload. I have so many turnips I need to sell. Please help me.
What is a good number? What is a price? Good price.
Listen, I don't want to sell myself short. I'll settle for anything over 600. I feel like that's fair. Like right? Dude, I've seen someone. I sold it for 714. That was the highest I've ever seen.
Hopefully, you sold enough of it.
No, at that price, it's not enough. Never enough. but you've been playing a lot too, right? You've been pretty into it.
But my housemate, I don't even have a Switch.
Oh, okay.
I only steal his Switch to play Tetris 99. But
I love Tetris 99, but I am hot garbage.
I'm getting okay. I'm like getting at least top 20, and yesterday I was like number 12. I'm like, okay, all right. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
People are, I feel like you don't chat with people, you don't see them, but sometimes I'm like, you're so mean, like you're meanie, like this is like slam you with all like few people slam you at the same time, and then
they just target you. You're like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh, yeah. I'm just a poor little boy.
My friend Chad, I'm gonna link you his stream at some point. He is an absolute god at Tetris 99. Yes, he's absolutely insane, and I am mystified watching him play. So if you ever want to like brush up on some Tetris 99 gameplay,
because I'm good at multitasking. I'm also very calm, you know, usually. So I could be playing and still talking to my friends, especially in like a crisis situation.
Yeah,
very calmly say, because like I had asthma as a kid, so whenever I play and when I do anything, that's just like, oh, I should be very worried. I need to be as calm as possible. So the more worried I am, the more calm I am.
You're just zen as fuck.
Yeah, it's like, how's everything? Not bad. I'm just dying. There's like a knife in my stomach, but how's your day?
It's pretty chill. You know, how are you doing? Checking in.
Yeah. Or like you walk in, doctor is like, how can I help you today? I wonder. I don't know. I'll give you one guess. I'll give you one guess.
Take your time. We got time.
So,
oh, man.
I wonder how it's like going to the doctors nowadays. Like, it is the same in the hospital? Like, are people getting the same kind of patient? Or are people like also not trying to go to hospital because if they go, they might die from getting the virus?
Honestly, I think it was like last week or maybe a week and a half ago, I had some kind of crazy stomach pain, and I was out on the couch for like a day and a half. I didn't do it. Like, I physically couldn't do anything. I felt so shitty, and I was weighing going to the hospital, and I'm like, I can't imagine what it's like right now. I'm like, I'm gonna give it a solid 48 hours and like wait this out.
It just seemed more deadly going to the hospital than not going.
Well, especially growing up, I definitely had like I mean, like anyone, it's not a comfortable place, you know. You don't go there for good reasons, I guess.
Hang out, you know.
I'm not going to hang out at my local hospital. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I was a little. I mean, I was always kind of terrified of going to hospitals. But I feel like, you know, I'm a big girl now. I feel like I've kind of gotten over that. So when I had that thought of, oh, I really don't want to go, I like had a wave of that past anxiety come back, and I'm like, no, 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 no.
JK, just kidding. It's a prank. I'm not going.
No, 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 I'm not going. It's fine. And then I channeled my inner Martin Wong, and I'm like, staying calm, staying calm.
So I'll just riot it out. It's cool. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm like, appendix, who needs them? Whatever.
There's like, I feel like as you become an adult, like there are days that you will go like, you feel some pain in your stomach and you go, well, this is it. That's how I'm going to go. Like, this is the big ones. Like, oh no.
Do you ever think back and you're like, I had a good run.
Yeah. I
just
did
kind
a few
of accept it.
So I guess that's my fate now. I'll take it. It's a Wednesday. It happens,
Exactly. But how have you been doing though with everything going on? You've been doing the podcast.
I've been doing this podcast. Yeah.
You look fantastic.
I look all right. I just I don't know. Good things that I cut my hair before the whole pandemic situation.
You lucked out.
But either way, I feel like it won't be a problem. Like even if I had long hair and not cut my hair, I will just be a more glorious flowy hair princess.
Yeah, you can still rock it. I think you're in a really good position where like you can rock it either way. Even like the midway. The midway is usually the funky point, but like
I'm okay. I'm surprised.
You do fine.
Like I have the other day I did a video where I was recording of me reacting to TikTok video. And all I did was just SM water, put on a TikTok sweatshirt, and now I look like a yee boy. I look like I want to punch myself in the face. Like I had that look that kids go like, let's do this crazy thing. Just kidding. Unless like, oh my god, they're so punchable. I don't know why. It's like, I just want to punch them in the face, and then I wanted to punch myself in the face because
and then you were that person. Yeah,
I know.
I think of that daily, so it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know how like. Is your audience actually still very young audience, or are they like older now, or like what is your audience base?
It's interesting because I feel like it's almost kind of mixed. I definitely have people who've been around for a while, and especially because I post a lot of car content and I do a lot of like auto conventions. I work with a lot of different car companies, so and I feel like it's given me, I guess, kind of an older audience too, just like older. People who like cars, but also just streaming on Twitch in general also attracts like a younger audience too. So I feel like I'm like all over the place. Again, there's people who've been around for like 6-7 years who started watching, like Mayanite when they're 13, and now they're 19. But
there are adults that can vote now or like join the army.
I'm like, oh my god, you can buy cigarettes now. Like, what the fuck? You're a grown ass man.
Alright, so are lots of them on TikTok then?
They've got to be. I'm almost on TikTok, but I'm not.
I have it just to piss off my friend actually. Yeah, like none of my videos doing well except 2 of them. But the 2 of them that do well is doing really well. Like I am at like one of them is like 3 million views. The other one have 2 million
insane.
Views.
I feel like I've talked to a lot of different people about just the workings of TikTok, and it feels like a couple. I'm what?
There's no working system. I actually went to the TikTok office, and I feel like they still like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
It's like, what about this button? Yeah, no, it feels like you'll get a couple that really pop off, and then once you get a taste of it, you start trying to figure it out. And then you start feeding the system, and then you're like, you're already in it. You're a cog in the wheel, and then you're a TikToker or whatever you call yours. I don't know.
It's like free drugs. Like, here's some drugs for free.
That's it. They get you addicted.
How they get you. Yeah.
They hook you.
Yep. And then a few weeks later, it's like, keep wanting the high. It's like, you got more of that likes.
Gotta make another TikTok.
Yeah.
So what kind of 2 questions? What kind of TikToks are you creating, and then what kind of TikToks are you watching?
Okay, so I am creating different type of TikToks just to see what works, right? All my really professionally done one, like my interviews or like my behind the scene or even my little like a short version of my tutorials, they do shit. They don't do anything. Like nobody watched them, nobody care. Maybe 1 or 2 bots responded, and that's it.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, the ones that do very well are, let's see, This is one that I got at 3 million views. It's just two
God.
kids pretending to be what do you call it? One is dead mouse and the other one is marshmallow. Yeah, and I put a little soundtrack over it, and that's it. Like,
And that's it.
That's it. And that has like 3 million views.
Now you're
Like,
TikTok famous.
Now I'm TikTok famous. Yeah, exactly. Just like that meme. Like, all right. I tried to post a cat that didn't do shit. The other one is my friend doing bowling. It's a very cool.
And that one did
video.
well. Oh, that's cool.
Well, because I shot it with a 360 camera and it go inside a little thing. And
Yeah.
we shot this inside a hotel room, but
How
nobody
did you?
knows about it.
How'd you do that shot?
So it's actually very funny. This one, it looks cool, like over here, like from your perspective, like the actual video at the end.
Yeah.
But like, if you actually see the behind the scene, which you can because I use a 360 camera, I was running alongside with it.
Okay.
With very short, like very short. Like they are. I think it would be the shortest short that's even you would have. Like there's a point that they look like, not. It's more
like Daisy Dukes.
Yes, but very tight too.
Good.
They
Wait, why isn't that in the video? Maybe it's listen. If you want to get big on TikTok,
maybe that's a secret.
That's a secret.
Yeah, it's a party rock on it, also on the back.
Oh my god!
Of my butt.
Who are you?
I don't know. That's why
I love
when you
it,
asked
though.
me earlier, it's like, hey, how do you describe yourself? I'm like, I don't know, just full of regrets and
I wear tight Daisy Dukes that say juicy on the back. Come at me, whatever.
Yeah. Let me see if I have it here.
Is this safe for work?
Oh, definitely. I mean, yes, it's still safe for
Damn
work.
it.
Unfortunately. Oh wait, this is after I put on another pair of shorts that is not us shorts. So
the costume change.
Yeah, maybe I remove it just for safety, for myself, for my own eyes.
Like, I'm gonna tear these in half.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't have it in here anymore. But yes,
That's
I was wearing
unfortunate.
extremely short shorts. You know what? Let me bring them over. I have it hang up already right here.
Oh my god, I'm very excited. So again, here's where we get to shit talk Martin. And we have all the time in the world.
No, you don't.
Fuck.
So these are the
Oh
short
my
shorts.
god!
And that's it. And like you could literally see, if I'm not wearing underwear, you could literally see my balls just through like the top of this. Like,
Can I borrow those?
Yeah. I don't know what you would do with them, but yeah.
I'd wear them everywhere.
Like Jess had a box of them and then she just gave me a pair. Is this working zippers? Oh my god, it's a fixed zipper.
Those are incredible. I'm just surprised that the shorts have zippers.
Yeah.
Or they have pockets at least.
And
So
like
many
leopard prints
don't.
and everything. It's just
It's such a statement. I don't know what it's saying, but it's saying something.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where to wear it though. Maybe go on a protest with it.
Wear it to Ralph's. Just getting your groceries. Pushing the cart.
Nothing else
Ooh,
underneath
this
it.
deep freezer.
Let me look at this. Milk.
This milk.
Oh, you can't see me. I was like putting my leg up. I was like, yeah, milk. Oh, hello, lady.
I need that as a clip. Can somebody in stream just clip that part and that's it? And then just leave. And then that's
Out of
all.
context,
You've done
just
what you
like-
needed to do.
Yeah, and maybe that go viral, and then I'm like, okay, great, that is my new life now. Oh, you're that guy. Who wearing
You're the
short
guy that
shorts
wears
buying
the
milk?
where's the party rock shirt? Maybe that's your TikTok.
No.
Someone, please.
What would
It's
you
just
do
milk.
if you started TikTok? What would you do?
I don't even know. I feel like I love the TikToks of people like reacting to other TikToks. Or there's this girl who listen, this is gonna be the most like I don't know anything about TikTok. There's this girl who does these videos that like are reacting to it's like text that spells out what it would sound like if you pronounce something in like a British accent. So instead of water, it's like water, like, but it's spelt like WHUUUT, like water, and you have to say it out loud. And then when you say it out loud, you realize that you're saying it in an accent, and you have to like guess what you're saying in like a British accent. And there's a girl that like does it and reacts to it, and she like cries laughing. And it's like auto-tuned, and it just sounds so ridiculous.
You see that bear behind me?
Yeah.
that blow up bear.
Yeah.
I got that from a TikTok party, an official TikTok party at VidCon.
Talk bear.
Yeah, like that is it's like a gummy bear.
Oh my god.
I feel like this
God, we
become
gotta
a
shit
show
talk him
and
again.
tell kind of
Just
situation.
keep shit talking all you want. You won't. Huh?
But huh?
Oh, cool.
I need to watch this back and see what is she saying.
Nothing.
But yeah,
Literally nothing.
this gummy
I
bear,
love him.
gummy bear. I got it from a TikTok party during VidCon. Technically, I stole it, but so did everybody. So
I'm trying to think of the weirdest shit I've got from a like a random industry party. And I think it was a machinima party in like 2013 or something, 2014.
I was like, they still throw parties?
it was like early days, like 2014 or 13 or something. And it was like a cinnamon toast crunch party. And you walked into this venue, downtown LA, and the entire staircase going up to where the party was lined with cinnamon toast crunch boxes. And then you got upstairs, and there's just mini cinnamon toast crunch boxes on like every table. And I'm like,
E3?
Yeah, it was during E3.
Oh my god, that might explain
Do you remember
everything. No. So actually, I don't know which party I went to. Okay, and I met one of my. Good friends.
Photos. Hold on.
Please, I met my good friend there for the first time, and that was many years ago, as you said.
Who was it?
Sounds about right. His name is actually with Jessica Negri that night too. I think that's when I met her. Actually, it might be. The reason why I brought it up, and that actually makes a lot of sense now. We were partying at a party. I don't know. Again, downtown LA. I'm not sure which party it is at that point, but there's nobody dancing on the show floor, and then we're like, well, you know what? Let's just not show for the club, because it's all a bunch of nerds. So like, all right, we're gonna start it out. So my friend and I just make a fool of ourselves, but we actually enjoy it. So we were dancing more crazily. But there was a box of cereal on the stage. So we just grabbed and started dancing with it. And everyone's like, oh my god. And they all got very excited. It's like, where'd you get that box of cereal from? Like, I don't know. And I started giving out cereal to people, and they loved it.
I love that. Yeah, maybe it was the same. Oh my god, I have photos of they're like blurry, awful machinima like crowd. I think like Cruella was playing or something, like a random, I don't know. There was a lot going on.
Mystery now. Oh my god.
Funny. Hold on, can I download this and then oh my god, I'm such a grandma. Can I drop this in drag and drop? This is like the only photo I have that's clear of the stage.
Because like when like I actually just witnessed their wedding too. I shot their wedding and also acted as a witness. It was right before coronavirus.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, I found this awful photo, but this is, you see in the background it says cinnamon toast crunch.
It does. Oh my god. That might be where they come from then.
Do you know who did you say was the friend that you met?
Hey, I don't think you know him, but his name is Nick Doracio.
Never mind.
He's like part of the Arizona kids crowd back then. He's here now.
Because I met. Do you know Stan?
Yeah, Press.
Yeah, literally.
I know Stan Press.
Yeah, he knows everybody. That's where I met Stan. It was 2013 at the machinima party.
It's been so.
I have a photo with it. It's so funny.
Oh my god. So yeah.
Dude, what a trip,
man.
What was your like first convention? Period.
I think first convention was Fanime. Which is
where's that?
Up in San Jose, in NorCal.
Huh.
Yeah, I was dragged to a conventions without knowing what it is. It was a high school friends of mine that say, "Hey, Martin, you take photos, right?" Because she knows that I take photos from high school. And then she was like, "Yeah, I still do it." And then she was like, "Hey, you want to come to this convention? And then we can take a picture of my cosplay." I'm like, What?
History.
It's what? Like, I have no idea what cosplay.
What year was that?
I don't know. I think that was 2009, maybe. Yeah, like I've been shooting for over 10 years. Yeah, and then I show up and I saw all these people make the costume. It was awesome because back then internet wasn't that big and there's not lots of tutorials, so people got really creative to make those costumes, and I was amazed. and then I started shooting, and then I went to one, and then I just nonstop going every time. Yeah, every year since then, and every year I go to more and more conventions. I was like, I'm gonna slow down this year. This year's the actual year I slow down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But before this, I was like, let's go to conventions, more and more. And then I was supposed to go to convention at least one every other week before this all happened. And yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not on that level, but I know even this year alone in January, I was traveling for Christmas, and as soon as I got back, CES, and then PAX, and
I
then
saw you in all of those.
and then I did a Corvette event. Yeah. So it was literally back to back conventions, and then I'm an ambassador for PAX this year. So I'm going to be going to all the PAXs, which I already do anyway.
What's an ambassador?
They announced ambassadors for different areas of PAX. So they have like a tabletop ambassador. I'm supposed to be like a streaming ambassador, and it's basically just like being more of like a front facing, I guess like getting more info from people in that realm, so we can like better PAX for those people. You know what I mean? Like connecting with people who are also streamers and who go to PAX and be like, what do you like about this, or what do you not like, and just trying to help improve, different sections of PAX for people.
Okay.
So I'm working with them. When I'm there, I'll meet with them pretty consistently and just talk about like, what if we did this, or do you think people would be interested in this, or when we're reaching out to streamers, like what would this be like, and just kind of helping them form, I guess, more relationships with that. Yeah.
Do you see there's a change of how streamers are from back in the days and versus streamer now to getting in? Because you did it for like 7 years.
Yeah.
What is the changes, or if there's any?
I feel, when you add monetization to a platform, period, I feel like it kind of changes the game. And especially after things blew up more into more of a mainstream thing, I feel like, a lot of people will look at the top 3% and say, well, that's my career. Like, that's what I want to do now. But really, I started streaming back in 2013 because I was just playing League of Legends, and I was still in college. I was taking computer programming, so I was like coding in the morning at college, and then I worked full time, and then I would come home, and it was like my escape. I could just hang out, play video games, I can play with friends.
It was not a cool thing. It was not cool at all.
No, it's funny. I was looking at like old photos, and I found like old screenshots of old Twitch and seeing like the top streams and only having like a couple hundred or a few thousand people. And it's absolutely wild.
For some people, it's like a basic
10,000s.
It's ridiculous. Like the offline TV people, every time I see them on stream, they're like, yeah, 20,000. I'm like, wow, what? Like how do you? And I don't even know how you respond to things. It's just so.
It's so fast, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's definitely changed the game of a lot of people. I feel like I noticed more in the last couple of years of people, just meeting people at conventions and having them with their families or kids with their families, and being the parent coming up to me and saying, oh, that's all they talk about. They just want to be a streamer. They just want to be a YouTuber. They just want to be in this world. And I feel like if you find something you're passionate about, and you find something that you could just talk endlessly about, and you have something to say and something to relate on, then I feel like if you go for it, you'll find the people that want to watch that. You know what I mean? But if you're getting into it being like, I'm just gonna make hella cash, I'm gonna get that Twitch money, and I'm gonna, I feel like maybe just having the right attitude about it is the.
And I think we talk about this to many different people from our industry, both streaming, but for me also cosplay, almost any of those, that when we first started, it was for us it's either an escape or something we do for funsy, and it was not cool. Like all of this was not cool at all. Being a cosplayer was super not cool. And now it's like, oh wow, cosplay, or like streaming. It's like, wow, I want to be a streamer or a YouTuber. And that's what all the kids want these days. Like I was talking to some younger generation cosplayer coming in, same thing. A lot of kids in school, the popular ones are not just the jock or cheerleaders anymore, the typical classic ones. But it's also like people who are internet famous, TikTok famous, and that's what it is now, and that's what they aspire to be.
I was exactly. I was talking to somebody earlier about how, back in again when I was in college, even before that, like in high school, I took computer classes. I was building computers to make money. I was like repairing computers. I worked at Geek Squad. Like I was always like a gamer and just a nerd. And
Nerd.
just knowing like at that time how like I mean I felt like I mean I didn't really care what was cool or whatever, but like it wasn't really a cool thing to
It
be,
was not.
like
It was
the
not.
stereotypical like basement dweller, like I got Cheeto fingers playing games or whatever. But like it's funny because you talk about it back then and you're like the nerds are gonna rise up and we're gonna whatever. And what's happening? The
Yeah.
nerds are rising. We have risen.
It happened. Like it's cool
You
to
know,
like Spider-Man and stuff now. It's
right?
strange. Yeah. Like that's why it's a
Where was
weird.
that
I
like
know, right? It's
15
like
years ago?
like how much like hardship I have to go through in school. Like why can't
Right.
I be cool back then for liking
How
this and now
cool
it's
was my TF2 clan back in like however many years ago? How cool was that?
is there like a retro thing now where kids are like, you know what, I like this other thing. What is the not cool thing now? Like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what is like more uncool than like our version of uncool back then.
Oh man, like what's the not cool thing now?
Like what, like
Uh
football? It's like I don't know.
yeah, are we just turning the tables now? It's like, ooh, no, football's not cool.
Have you seen that
Yes,
movie, Jump Street?
I
The funny one?
haven't.
Okay, it's
No.
21st, the 21st Jump Street and 22nd. You should watch it. It's actually pretty funny. Because they went back to school and then now the not cool kids are cool and then
Oh, okay. I
it's
remember
actually
seeing a trailer.
it's actually not bad. The second one actually did better than the first one because that first one exists. So I don't know. I liked it. It's great
Yeah.
comedy. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you feel like that's really relatable now?
being like, but I'm not going back to school, so I don't know. I can pretend to go to school. I look young enough.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're timeless.
I remember when I went back to high school after I went to college to visit a teacher or something. And then, yeah, I show up to school and I'm waiting for the school to end so I can enter. I don't want to be like an adult who enter a school, that'd be kind of weird. So I'm waiting for school to be over to walk in. But some cop pulled me over thinking I was like trying to run away from school. I'm trying to skip school.
They're
Yeah.
like, Sonny, you're late for class.
I'm like, I'm trying to get in, not trying to get out. If you want to put me in, it's on you. Like, I'm just letting you know, like, I'm an adult, and if you want to force me to like go to
my
that
God.
school, it's like, I would do it.
Meanwhile, you're like 44.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm like 44. I have like 2 marriages.
He's
drinking
like,
lots of
all right,
alcohol.
okay, Sonny, you got a
Yeah.
wild imagination. Okay, Martin.
I kind of
Off
have
to
been the
math.
same for the last like 10 or 15 years, to be honest.
Yeah,
And if I cut my hair, I look even younger every time. Yeah.
you just look timeless. Thinking about back in high school, do you have any good like high school Martin stories?
High school Martin story. I what have I done? I actually, it's weird because I also play badminton, so
Nice.
I did a bunch of stuff just to get to also pet my college application a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I started a bunch of clubs. I went in lots of different ones. I did some volunteer service stuff. I was an officer, and I did badminton. I was like a captain for something, but
Damn, you
whatever.
were a good one, huh?
It's okay.
It's no big deal.
Alright. It's all right. I miss badminton though. Like that is something I want to play more, but it's hard.
You can still play it.
But I need to find people, and it's hard to find people to play, and we don't
Play badminton with you.
Yeah, please. I'm
I
so
was
lonely.
I was talking to somebody about how, like, if you know how I guess when the whole coronavirus situation is kind of like easing up on restrictions, I feel like tennis should be one of the first thing that comes back because it's like a contactless sport. We could go play tennis right now. You stay on the other side of the net.
Yeah.
You don't get near me at all, and we just hit the ball back and forth.
Yeah, and if anyone would just have also 2 people really far away from each other and just pick up
Mhm.
balls or throw
Yeah.
balls at. Nah, it's totally doable.
It's doable.
Yesterday I was going to Trader Joe's. First of all, it feels kind of cool because I have to wait in line because they want to limit how many people in Trader Joe's.
Yep.
So it feels like I'm going to Chanel or going to like Louis Vuitton. Like like there's a line outside. There's only so many people can go in at once. Like, I'm a
You're like,
valued customer
oh.
at a high end store, Trader Joe's.
So when I go in there, I know that they made space for me. Right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm currently taking up space.
so I can spend $2 on a $2 chug wine. Yeah.
They're like, you got one organic juice. Get out of here.
Yeah. Actually, by the way, $2 chugs are horrible. Have you had those before?
What
They're
is
$2 wine at Trader Joe's. It's
Why would you do
non-carb.
that to yourself,
They're
Martin?
so bad.
You deserve better.
I did that in college. Not I learned
Oh,
my
okay,
lesson.
okay.
We played beer pong with it. It was horrible.
That reminds me of I used to drink a beer called James Ready, and it was the only reason I remember it is because it was 24 for a 2-4. It was $24 for a 24 pack.
Okay.
And so it was $1 a beer.
How did it taste?
It tasted like it was $1 a beer. But the only reason I loved them is because they had the little Snapple situation. So you'd like pop the cap on your James Ready. Yeah, and you would look under it and it just had like a dumb random fact. I'm like, I paid $1 for this fact. I'm okay with it. Thank you, James Ready.
Do you remember those days where you can text a number and they'll give you an answer, but it costs you like money for it? Like that's a job for some people do.
That's called a scam, Martin. That's called it.
And they called themselves the KGB. That was a thing, and they were having ads everywhere. I don't know how they were sustainable, and also I mean, it's definitely not, because it's not around anymore. But yeah, that was this one thing when texting got a little bigger. I think it was around 2008 or 2009. And then if you think of something and you don't know the answer, you just text them, and they'll text you an answer. And it's actually someone on the other side who works and look it up and text you the answer back. So it's Google, but like a physical Google. Yeah, but it's costs I don't know, 50 cents, $1 or something to do that. It's like, what?
Did you ever do that?
No, of course not. I just know because they were recruiting too. They were recruiting people to do that.
To Google shit.
So you just want to pay someone to Google? That's okay.
I love that. Why don't we adopt that business model?
Because everyone has smartphone and internet on their fingertips now, so they don't have to text someone.
Sometimes I Google and then I have to go through articles and I just don't know. I just want to text someone and just give me the answer. Maybe life advice. Google can't give me life advice. I'm saying. I was like, something that you cannot really ask Google, and something that maybe more not personal, but experience. What should I do? Like a Magic 8-Ball situation, but more accurate. All right, so I'm starting a Magic 8-Ball voicemail service. You just call in. It's anonymous. It's $1 a call. And you just, leave me your yearning questions. Some of them gonna ask strange question. Let's imagine you opening your DM. That's what it is. So feet requests. That's not even a question. Feet pics? Question mark. That's it. What? I asked a question on my IG story. I was like, "Hi, good morning. How are you lovely people doing today?" And then I open it and it's just feet pics. I'm like, that's not even an answer to anything I asked. A complete sentence. What? It's not even a structurally complete sentence. Do you get a lot of requests for feet pics? I feel like you would. Excuse me. I feel like you would. I mean, because you're an internet person, and then you're also a pretty girl, and that's a common ongoing thing. I get requests. But so are you. Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay. And I get lots of weird requests. I told you about the 7,000 thing, right? What? Would someone offer me $7,000 to do a porn scene? Oh, did you? No. Oh. I'm not that rich. I would have been $7,000 richer if I was. You would have been. I should have done it, but it was ambiguous. The question was, would you do a porn scene for a private Pornhub channel for $7,000? I don't think it's ever a private Pornhub channel. Yeah, first of all, And second of all, is that at first I thought it was they think I'm one of my models, as usually. That's the case, and they want to offer me $7,000 to do porn. I'm like, okay, so at least now I know my starting price. And then I'm like, wait, maybe they do know I'm a photographer and videographer. They're like, maybe they're paying me $7,000 to shoot it. Yeah, maybe it's a real scene. Did you ask? I did not ever respond. But one of my friends, because I posted on my Facebook, a better question. Maybe they meant I have to pay them $7,000 to be in the porn scene. Because it's for $7,000. Who's paying the $7,000? Is it them paying me, or am I paying them? Like what? All questions that you could have asked them, and you could have been $7,000 richer. But I know, I got some weird texts before too. There was some
scam that try to text me some sexy photos and say, hey, oops, got the wrong number, and then I'm very lonely because my boyfriend just cheated on me or whatever. I'm like, okay, this definitely is a bot.
Yes, a scam.
So
yes.
I tried to respond to them, right? And then I got very generic responded. But the weird thing is that I was actually shooting a nude model at that time. So they were just sending me sexy photos and like I really want to send them. I really just want to send them that photo. It's like I'm working on this right now. Like this is my work, so I don't know like what you bring. Like
just take a photo and be like, "This is my wife. Leave me alone. This is my wife."
It's like you bring like Chuck E. Cheese token to like spend money at a drugstore. It's like this is not gonna work. Like I have real money. Like this is, to the banks. Like this, your money is just a token. So
also, what kind of a scam? You're just like, oh, oops, sorry, wrong person. Like, what are you trying to get? I
don't know. They always link you to some website at the end, and then they don't text you anymore because they were like, oh, this.
I love how you know that you've stuck through the longevity to know that they'll leave eventually.
Okay, I get very lonely. Okay, it's fun to see what people do. Like
that's okay.
Like and then like they say, oh yeah, this is my sister's phone, so text me at this number or like talk to me on this website. And I'm like, it's your sister's phone? Just give it back to her. Don't take her phone.
Like, wait, what? You just give your sister a phone back, asshole.
What kind of horrible sister are you? So no wonder your boyfriend cheated on you.
Right. How did we get here?
I don't know. Have you gotten any weird text though? I don't know.
Text not so much, but DMs. I feel like they used to be a lot crazier, and I definitely used to like post some that were weird, and that became a thing, and I would have people be like, oh, I love when you post people's DMs, they're funny, haha. But now they're just people being genuinely nice, and I feel like it's almost the problem you have with you're like, my parents love me too much. They just have too much love for me. It's like when I open my DMs, it's either people who want to see my feet or people who are genuinely like very sweet human beings and are showing me love.
It's like, let's roll the dice. Like today we
are
going to ask for fit pics.
Feet are sweet. Feet are sweet.
Okay.
That's our segment now.
I mean, that's just. I mean, do you do YouTube stuff still?
Not really. If I upload videos, I put them on IGTV.
Oh my god. Yeah. What happened to your weren't you doing for a while? You were doing like a bathtub broadcasting, right?
I missed that. Honestly. I at a point I got so tired with like I just got burnt out. And I'm like, what am I doing?
What is life?
And that's why I literally named it I don't know. I just put my friends in my tub because I got to that point in my life where I said to myself, I don't know. I'm just going to put my friends in my bathtub. And that's all I did. I just threw my friends in my tub and we talked for 40 minutes and we're fully clothed. And I just took whatever came out of it. I missed that a lot. It was so dumb.
You've been through like a wild ride though. Like it's weird because I don't know you before the time and before a lot of things. I forgot how I met you. I met you somehow.
Internet.
Yeah.
Just knowing people, maybe Jess at some point.
Possibly.
I don't know. Conventions. But I feel like we have a lot of mutuals.
Yeah. Like because like I am not that big on the streaming scene until like recently. Well, I'm not big at all right now, but I'm saying I wasn't involved in studying it.
Yeah, you are. Gas yourself up a little.
I understand it more now, and I do a little bit more now here and there. But I didn't know who you were at all. It's just, that's a great thing because I get to meet you as just you. I don't have to be like, oh, you're this one person, this one big. And that's the same thing I did with cosplayer and streamer. Like when I first started, even in cosplay. There's this one big cosplayer called Yaya Han. I'm not sure you heard of her before, but she was like the biggest cosplayer in America back before Jessica started, Wow. And that was a while ago. She's still, very big, very successful, and she does amazing cosplay. But the point is, I didn't know who she was because I tried not to know who the popular people are just because I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I just really like shooting those photos back then. But then I was a guest at a convention in Tijuana. Really random. And then someone was like, oh, you gonna be there? Yeah, Yaya's gonna be there. And I'm like, what's a Yaya? I thought
Let's
it's some
see.
kind of I thought it's like a Mexican food or something. I don't know.
You're like, perfect, I'm in.
Yeah, it's like, am I not? Yeah, and then I ended up being a big cosplayer. The first time I met Jessica, I hit her with a stick. Yeah, it was just a random, like, again. So I feel like the way I met you was also like, oh, I don't know, friends of friends, like, oh, cool, and then like, what do you do? It's like, oh, I'm an internet person. That's most likely how they
Just
kind of
sums
went
it
down.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's pretty similar. I was trying to think when you said the first time you met Jess. I think the first time I met Jess in person, we were on a boat, and I took a photo with her with Weird Al Yankovic.
oh, Comic-Con.
Yeah, literally Comic-Con. I think that was the first time, and then we did off the end of the boat. We did like the Jack and Rose Titanic thing.
I remember those photos.
It was beautiful. I think that was the first time we met in person, but we just kind of knew each other from like online stuff. And I think that's always such an interesting thing is just knowing people online for just I don't know, like people that I've followed
Genuinely.
for like a year or two, and then I'm like, oh wait, shit, hello, hi, you're a human being. Hi. We've transcended the internet person. It's so weird.
Internet, your website is amazing.
Thank you.
I know you spend lots of time on it, and like I remember when you first announced it, I like what? And I looked into because you posted like photo of it, and I was like, what is this? Like, did she Photoshop something or just random just a picture? And then I went on it. It's like, what the? That was.
There's a so if any I mean OMGitsfirefoxx.com if anyone wants to look at it, but it's like there's a fully functioning like AOL looking chat. You can chat, like we can jump on right now and chat.
It's ridiculous.
And you can play I wanted to make it like personal and special, so the first 2 games I ever played was on DOS, and it was Jazz Jackrabbit and Wolfenstein 3D. And at like 7 years old, maybe not so good, but and then Duke Nukem, of course. So you can play Jazz Jackrabbit and you can play Wolfenstein on my website.
I mean, that's kind of like how it is supposed to be, right? You're supposed to test what can you play with this. People put them in calculator and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
How did you build that website? Did you hire some people to do it, or you did it, or like I forgot?
I didn't do it myself. I worked with a friend of mine who I'm trying to think of how we met. I think it was like a friend of a friend, but he's done a bunch of stuff with like MTV and like a video stuff. So he definitely got what I was going for, and everything I threw at him, he was picking it up. So yeah, we were working together on that for a good amount of time just to get it perfect.
Like even like yeah, it's still amazing to this day. Every day of like I go on it sometimes too. It's like, cool stuff. Yeah.
Like I just want to play some Jazz Jackrabbit. I'm gonna blow off some steam. OMGitsfirefoxx.com. See who's on the chat.
I saw you were playing Animal Crossing the other day. You posted a screenshot that was really meta because it was like you just put Firefox as your name, and then the villager was like, "Oh my god, it's Firefox."
It's now my Twitter header. I was like, Animal Crossing literally just handed me a Twitter header. It was perfect. Like, what the fuck? And it's like my favorite villager. I'm like, this is too meta. We need to stop.
And then you start looking around. It's like, is there a camera looking at me right now? It's like a reaction thing.
I was gonna say, is Ashton Kutcher gonna jump out of the, like, you're being punked? But you know what blows my mind is that so many people wouldn't get that reference now.
Oh, right.
Right? Isn't that weird to think?
Shit, Ashton Kutcher. What have he's been up to now? I don't even know.
Is he okay?
Someone should check on him.
Can someone check? I don't know. Should we check on him?
I think. Wait, did he take over for Charlie Sheen for that show for a little bit, for like an episode?
Oh yeah, but that was like 10 years ago. I don't know. I have no concept.
And I think he started doing charity stuff. I don't know. I think he's doing humanitarian. Is it water? Maybe water based. I don't know.
Yeah. What is he doing? All I see is Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are selling quarantine wine.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
What?
Yeah, they start making wine, I think.
That was posted on 420. Good timing. Okay. Yeah, what is he doing now?
I don't know. I said water based because I thought it's like water charity, but it sounds like a makeup product.
Close. Wine.
Yeah, wine. Yeah,
Sure.
I would make my
Oh
own
my
wine.
God.
I drank so much rosé last night. Just
Oh
trying to
my
fall
God.
asleep.
Dude, I've been such a good girl. I feel like as a little silver lining to the shit that's going on right now, I feel like I've definitely got in a much better schedule. I'm like,
It's because
Martin,
you are an introvert.
I'm definitely an introvert. I'm up at 7:30,
Oh
Martin.
my God.
I'm doing yoga every morning. I'm fucking like I'm on it. I'm
Yeah.
eating good. I don't really drink. I'm like, this has been such a what's happening? I'm streaming.
Yes, yeah, I know, because I see your post when you wake up, and then because I am still awake at 7 to 8 a.m. And you're like,
You're like,
so
I'm going to
positive
bed.
too. You're like, good morning, how is everyone? And like everything seems so nice. I'm like, oh, I guess it's time to sleep.
You're like, okay, good night. I'm gonna start posting. I'll post like my good morning post. I'll be like making my coffee, about to do yoga, and I'll be like, and good night, Martin.
Oh yeah, exactly. Hi, Martin. I'm like, oh, what?
Like, wow, this is very personal, very targeted.
It's like targeted ad, Yeah. I
Have
forgot
you
what
got
the
like
ad
any
is.
weird, very specific targeted ads?
I got an email from Riot the other day that say, "Hey, we have added Jinx to the new card game that they have, and that's the only champ I ever play." So I'm
Whoa,
like, do they know, or is this for everybody, or do they know?
they know.
They know. They definitely do. But yeah, every time I see something, because I used to work at Facebook, so I actually know how a targeted ad works. So a lot of people freak out. It's like, oh, they're listening. They kind of and kind of not. It's just
Right.
people
It's
give
a
out a
combo.
lot. Yeah, like you have cookies and everything, so they kind of know what you have seen and what you have heard. You just don't know you're doing it. But
I
it
didn't know
happens.
anything. I didn't know what like a pixel was until
Mm,
like last year. I had no
hmm.
idea like what Facebook pixels or like like anything like that, like what
Yeah.
that contains and how much data
Oh
is
yeah.
just like it's,
Oh
it's
yeah. You
wild.
browse anything. You just go on the internet as long as you still log into Facebook or whatever. It's lock everything. So.
Martin, I got so bored on a flight and my Switch died and I
Oh
didn't have
no.
internet. So I had TikTok and I before I took off I was like, I don't I'm going to sound psychotic. I'm like I'm like I I read somewhere that like some branch of the military or something like they weren't allowed to have TikTok on their
Oh
phone
yes.
because it was like there's so much data and whatever. So I was like, I want to see what's in the privacy policy, and
Uh huh.
I like took a video scrolling through it so I could look at it on the plane. Like psychotic. So I'm like looking through it, and like the data that they have, it's like they have access to data that's not even on TikTok. It's like they can
Oh.
access like different things that like your not browsing history, but I don't know, maybe something similar. But just
Something.
the depth of information, and people have no idea.
There are some apps that like it's really strange because you'd be like a calculator app and say, "Can we have permission to know your location?" I'm like, why?
Like, why do you need that?
Do I need a record of me? Like, oh yeah, I look up what's 2 plus 2 at the supermarket yesterday. Like, why?
Why does TikTok need to know my blood type? What like why are you, I don't understand.
My bank account
My
info,
health
I
data?
guess.
Why?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, my height. Okay, cool.
Okay, thanks
Yeah,
TikTok.
I guess I'll do. No, it's whatever. So people have to be more careful. That's just it.
Yeah. I think
I
that's
gotta.
it. But we're in such a culture of like oversharing and posting and again like we were talking about with TikTok is you post a couple and then you kind of like get a taste and then you're feeding
Mhm.
the system like you're just pumping out content so you just get you know what I mean? Just
And there's
pushing
so
it out.
many kids are doing it these days where they're shooting at their home and then with so much information being spread. And I feel like here's the thing. We went through that stage where we didn't have internet. So we know kind of
Mhm.
how life was like. And then we have internet. And then we got stalkers. And then we got all this. So we kind of know where things are and what to say, what not to say. But I feel like
Mhm.
kids don't know that.
But I feel like they're definitely learning. Definitely learning.
Hopefully.
But sometimes it's like not you have to learn by mistake, but sometimes you make mistakes and you're like, well, shit, I'm not doing that again, huh? You know?
Uh, I feel like with the problem with people sending nude because that's like a normal cultural thing now.
Mm-hmm. Do you
Like
send
kids,
nudes, Martin?
unfortunately, no.
I mean, not to me, but
they won't take it.
they're like they send it back. I don't even know how they do that.
Yeah, it's the same picture of myself from a different angle. I'm like, how did you get that? No, I never did. Like even when I was dating a girl back then, I don't know. It just feel like strange. It's just it's just a strange concept to me. So maybe I just like I don't know. I don't mind accepting it, but I just feel like guys' nudes seem so boring and just like weird.
Very, very not true. Okay, first of all, very not true. But I feel like it's the unsolicited ones that I'm not.
Definitely.
that I'm not for. But yeah, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Yeah. I'm thinking back to like the whole Snapchat hacks and stuff like that, like a couple years ago or whatever it was. The snapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what happened, right?
Yes, wasn't it like their iCloud accounts or some shit or what was it?
So technically it's a combo of two. I think is people the password for Snapchat got hacked. And then those password people use the same password for Snapchat as well as iCloud. So they can just download their iCloud backup and then just like see all their picture history. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But, be careful out there.
Yeah. I don't know. Nude. I think I mentioned this last time, but like going to a strip club is such a opposite thing for me. Like, because 80%, 90% of the time, maybe even 100% the last 2 years. Actually, not 2 years. But 80% of the time when I see someone naked, it's work.
It's work.
So it's very strange. So that's why I don't go to strip clubs because it's strange. Normally when I see someone naked, they pay me and I have to take pictures of them.
So it's just like,
yeah, if I go
you're like,
club,
listen, I'm not on the clock here, guys. Listen.
Why? If I go to strip club, I'm paying someone and I'm not allowed to take photos. So it's a complete opposite of my job.
It's kind of funny to think about it that way.
Yeah.
But some people are like, yeah, I just want to blow off some steam, go to the strip club, see a tit, I don't know. And then you're like complete opposite. You're like, listen, I do this, and people are paying me to look at it. So I am done.
It's just strange. I mean,
overwhelmed.
People is like, oh, I want to be a photographer. I see like hot chick and naked all the time. I'm like, I don't know. It's just very. They all kind of look the same, At the end of the day,
I feel like it's one of those, again, maybe getting into it for the wrong reasons as well.
Yeah, and like Americans are so obsessive with nipple. It's really strange.
Like in a bad way.
Yeah, like I always say, like, you guys like it so much, I'm gonna go on Fiverr for $5. I will shop nipples on anyone or anything. You want this car of nipples? Got it.
I want a nipple here. Can you give me a nipple on my hand?
Anywhere. Like, you want it on your pizza? Done.
Why not?
Yeah, why have pepperoni when you can have nipples?
You can have both.
Yeah, it'd be so gross, but yes. And don't worry, it'll be okay. It'll be my nipple, so I have consent from the nipple owner.
That's good, because I was really worried about the licensing of nipple photos. So I'm glad that you're just gonna do like a homegrown situation. You're gonna you're gonna do it in-house.
Yeah.
Do my nipple production in-house.
My own sourcing, I'm making sure I know where it's come from,
It's a very grassroots operation here.
Yeah, but don't worry, no humans or animal were harmed in the process.
Gluten-free, I don't know, what else?
I want to put that on my dating profile. It's like, hi girls, I am gluten-free.
I'm gluten-free and I can Photoshop nipples on anything.
I don't think that would work really well. Actually, don't let people know I'm a photographer if I'm on a dating scene or profile or anything.
What's your your go-to dating profile, like bio? Give me like a sample.
I don't have anything funny or fun. I don't know. It's because it's so boring. As a guy on dating app, it's so boring. You just swipe for days and does absolutely nothing. And I get it. It's a fast food culture of dating.
I guess so.
It works.
That's all the more reason to spice it up, though, right?
It works for girls mostly because like everyone you swipe would be like a yes, because guys just swipe for everybody, and then they go back later when they decided if someone get connected. Then they decide if they should care for it or not. But girls actually spend times, like a lot of girls that I know, not everybody, of course, but a general sense. A lot of them actually spend time reading a profile and see if how they are, and then they decide like, okay, yes or no, because there's a high chance to swipe yes. For guys, it's like
yeah. I feel like there was definitely more of a method to it. Like if I was ever on anything like that, it was like I need an initial like, wow, this person's hot, like. I'm attracted to you. Yeah, there's something dumb. I think at one point I swiped on somebody who had his first photo it wasn't him. It was Guy Fieri holding a hot dog, and I was like, I'll entertain it. Sure. I think we went on a date. I don't know. It was bad.
Imagine it was actually Guy Fieri.
It was actually Guy. It was so weird.
He take you to Flavor Town.
We did. Oh, I wish we did an episode of what was it, Diner Drive-ins and whatever.
Oh my god,
it was really weird. He was just getting people off Tinder. I don't know, but it was more of a like I need that initial like, oh okay, and then I'll like take a quick glance at the bio, and if there's like a social media, I feel like I do my research. I want to do my research before I commit.
So for a guy to have, what would be, you say, a best dating profile would be like? What would be advice? I know it's different for everyone.
If you make me laugh, it's easy. If you make me laugh, it's easy. I hate like the generic. I don't know, because I feel like there is like a generic structure. Yeah, no, it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, like no, I seen like even comic strip before, or like even a tweet before. It's like you take a girl on a date. Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, you made me laugh. Next thing you know, I'm naked. Like, how did that happen? I don't know.
Oh, what? I don't know. It just
it's weird.
It's just unbuttoning itself. It's so crazy.
Yeah, disappear. Huh. So.
Yeah, I think if you can make me laugh, I'm in it.
I think because like making someone laugh require, of course, it's a sign of intelligence, comedy, and also confidence.
Yeah, it checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah, so maybe. I don't know. It's a cesspool out there. It's crazy, especially in coronavirus time. It's worse.
Yeah.
But this brought us up back. I have so many jump story, but I still remember. I want to tell you this. I saw this on the way to Trader Joe's the other day, and there's a sign, and that's pandering because it's a God is not social distancing. Stay connected in front of a church.
Okay.
But I like that doesn't make sense though. Nobody have seen God within 6 feet in the last 1,000. I mean, have anyone actually have seen? Maybe Jesus, but still, that's like at least 2,000 years.
He's always less than 6 feet because he's in your heart. You know,
get him out. It's just like the alien
social distancing. Oh my god.
So I think we're reaching that stage where everyone try to pander. And like after this is all over. When comedy clubs are open again, I feel like that joke's gonna be around for a long time. I
feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm sick of whatever my bangs are doing. What is this?
Hello.
My bangs are trying to social distance. This is what's happening.
You need braces for them.
I do. That gap. Maybe I just leave it?
I don't know. I'll let you know next time we take photos.
What do I do, Martin? What's happening? I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart! I gotta cover my 6 head. Work with me.
Breaking me apart, Lisa.
You're tearing me apart.
Anyway, this has been great.
This has been good. How long has this been? I feel like it's flying by.
Yeah, that's what everyone say. They always like, oh, it's already been like, a bit of time. It's like, yeah, like I mean, I don't mind it. I always just keep talking until to the point. It's kind of like. Yeah.
Okay.
Down. Yeah. I mean, again, I joke around this all the time. It's like it's not even streaming. It's not even recorded. I just do this because I can hang out with people because I'm very lonely and I need this. I'm an extrovert. Okay. I need to see people.
Yeah. You get to connect in some sort of way. I drove to a friend's house and I dropped off a plant as a gift just to like see a human being in person. So
I would go to drive-thru just like, oh yeah, I would love some In-N-Outs. I'm not hungry, but please ask me for my credit card. Yes. Ask me what I want for lunch. Yes.
You're like, I'm so happy that you took the time to ask like what I would want to eat for lunch. And I just wanted to tell you that it meant a lot to me. I don't actually want to order anything, but just the appreciation.
Do you want onion on that? So
You're like,
funny.
you're so silly. I love it when you do that. I just want to go through a drive-through just to flirt.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just
my games have been
slowly.
so off. I need to talk to someone like, hey, so yeah, you come here often?
Your sir, this is a Wendy's.
Oh,
Can
hey, Wendy's.
Hey, Wendy.
My name is Jacob. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Jake.
So have you
Sir,
been?
this is Jack in the Box. Oh my god. Yeah, you're like my game's a little weak. I gotta try out some material, and you just go through drive-throughs.
What if you use that as a way to do comedy?
But
It depends on how, if there's
We
no
should.
line, you can spend as long as you want. You know.
even if there is a line, listen, that's your time, Martin. You
Yeah, I'm a customer. I need to spend my time to enjoy what I want to order.
yeah.
Like, I feel like every time you order any fast food, especially Taco Bell, you always have to say right before you decide what you want. They're like, "What can I get you, sir?" Can I get
It's because you're enjoying the process, you know? And I feel like that's something you can carry into life, right? You don't want to just skip right to the food. You want to enjoy the process. Make them wait a little. You're like,
see,
what do I want?
I kind of get it when we do it because there's a huge menu that you have never seen before, and you kind of deciding like, what you want. But it doesn't make sense when a pilot on a plane does it, and they do that all the
You're like,
time.
sir, you need to go to this. Oh no, I thought you meant like an emergency. Like, sir, you need to go to this altitude really fast. And he's like,
Maybe.
like, yeah,
No, but
that's
they do that a
inappropriate.
normal announcement. They'll be like looking at a chart, but like, we are at 6,000 feet. That's very low actually, but we're about 20 minutes away from our destinations.
You're too far away from the mic.
The temperature right now is
There we go.
67 degree Fahrenheit. It's a very nice weather outside. Yeah.
And welcome to Los Angeles, folks.
The local time is 8:15 p.m. And thank you so much for being a Star Alliance member. Like, how do you have to like guess? It's right there on your panel. So
It's like you have it. You probably have a sticky note with like bullet points. What do you need to? You've been a pilot for 30 years. Why do you still?
maybe they
still question
I feel
it.
like it's two pilots just clocking themselves to how long they can say. Until like as a record, like because it's so bored. Like I heard about like commercial plane pilots are actually really boring to fly. They're like safety. It's very safe. You just have to do kind of like press a fill button and kind of like landing and
Just
going off.
autopilot.
But after
Sorry for like
auto.
for like a quick second, I thought you said that that pilots that flew commercial planes that they themselves are boring. And I was like,
not the people.
is that like a statistical thing that like they're just boring?
No, they just
people?
drink a lot.
Like they fly a fucking plane. That's kind of cool. I can't.
Okay.
Can you?
I mean, I haven't tried.
I played GTA a lot, but I don't know if I could like
Close enough.
physically do it.
It's just, I mean, there's a lot of dials, but it's mostly like planes go wee and planes go vroom, and that's it.
And that's Is that your official application to Delta?
Yeah, you're higher. You do know, but do you know there's I would fit the height limit. There is I'm not sure anymore, but they used to have a height limit, not a minimum, a maximum to be a flight attendant.
Hell yeah. 5'3" gang, rise up, but don't rise up enough.
Yeah.
Not too much, but rise up.
Yeah. Because like it's just it's I think it's because like the ceiling or something. I don't know. But my physics teacher told me that because his sister applied for it. She was 1 inch too tall. So she went to apply at the end of the day. So then it worked for her. Because like when at the end of the day, because you're standing up all day, you're actually like half inch shorter.
Huh.
So yeah, next time you want to look taller, just do it right after you woke up, not at the end of the day.
Good. That's good. I mean,
I don't know why you did it, but
I was being 5'3" though. Listen, I want to squeeze out any last like quarter of an inch I can get. So I appreciate that. Honestly.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you're just 5'2.5".
What's up?
Yeah. So what have you been streaming recently? Do you stream regularly? Like every day,
I'm
every other day?
so inconsistent. I have no consistency, but I've been trying to stream at least like once a week or twice a week. Kind of in between stuff that I'm doing like off stream. But yeah, I try to at least keep it up. But
Gaming or
yeah. Oh, like gaming on stream? Yeah,
like
just
are you
Animal
doing gaming
Crossing.
IRL? Yeah.
Mostly just Animal Crossing. But that's
After like
it.
after so many years, I know you took a break, but are you bored by now, or like are you still enjoying it?
I feel like now that I'm at a point where I feel like once it was more of a job. I don't want to say more of a job, but once it was a like larger portion of my income,
Uh huh.
and I kind of put those not boundaries, but in my head I was like, yeah, I need to stream like X amount of time, and I need to stream like every day. I need to do like XYZ. I
Uh
feel
huh.
like once I was able to take a step back and like let go of that and not completely burn myself out all the time. I feel like now that I it's not like a financial dependency on it. It's
Mm-hmm.
more of a I just get to stream when I want to stream and when I genuinely have the energy, when I genuinely want to play games, and it's nice to just be able to jump on and like connect with people and have like I when I when I was on the grind, and if I looked at my numbers or I looked at how many viewers I had, I would get depressed and I would just at that point they didn't have the feature where you could hide it, so I would take a sticky note and I would put a sticky note over
Or you
how
can hide
many.
it now. I didn't know that
Yeah,
was a thing. Oh,
you can hide it on your dashboard for you to see,
yeah, no,
but
I know what you mean, but yeah.
yeah, I would do that. I put a sticky note on it, but now you can hide it obviously. But it feels nice to almost come full circle and like not care about that and just put like a mental sticky note over it and just enjoy like playing games and enjoying interacting with people and just like hanging out
That's what I'm doing with cosplay photography. Like when I first started
like
it,
that.
of course I loved it. But then it has become, as you said, a job. And then I kind of like got tired because as a content creator, I know what will work for what people want on social media versus what I like, and it's a
Hmm.
vast difference. Like very different.
What's like the biggest difference?
For one, of course, people like sexiness. So definitely the sexy ones who always do really well. They would want very popular cosplay characters. But for me, I want to make it more. I wouldn't say artsy, but I want to take more of like a more like different arts approach to it. But I know
Hmm.
those will not do well at all. Especially like, for example, there's one shot I love a lot. I shot with Jess, and it was in Hawaii, and it's a really wide shot. She was like in Kita, an armor version of Kita from Atlantis, that Disney movie.
Mm.
And then there were some giant waves just hitting the shore and just all around her. So it looked really
So
powerful.
pretty.
It's very pretty, but people do not like it as much, like a close-up picture of just her face and her body. And that's, I mean, I get it. Like, I
Yeah.
made both photos as well, but the other one did not do as well, even though I like it a lot more. But
Yeah. Do you feel like a lot of that has to do with, and I think about this with TikTok too, of like the algorithm and what it favors and what it shows? Because you notice that sometimes before things load on Instagram, like if I open something on mobile and it opens in not in the app but in like a web browser, you can kind of see like the tags loaded before where it
mhm.
says like person sitting outdoor, blah blah blah, and it's like the metadata of your photo. Have you
Oh
ever
yes,
seen
yes,
that?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that maybe if there's something that's like women a full face or like a good face shot or a very clear, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it puts preference to certain photos or something?
So having worked in Silicon Valley, I kind of know how it works. But the thing with algorithm with those is they don't really present what yes and no. So that is still like they will put things in category, right? But it
Mm-hmm.
really depends on what your interaction is like. To be honest, I don't have too much problem with the whole so-called algorithm. People complain it a lot. I get it, but the thing is that it's all the user preference. If anything, is your social media is catered to you. It's because you keep liking certain photos, you comment certain photos, you spend more time on it. Then they're like, oh, this person like this. We'll feed them more of that. And it's just that everyone has Facebook, everyone has Instagram. You just can't consume as much as you used to because you keep following new accounts. If you always only spend half an hour to an hour a day on social media, you following more people will just automatically make you see less of some people and more of some others, or vice versa, because you only have so limited time. If you do not increase your proportion of time spent on social media as you would follow some people. So, back then you followed 15 people, but now you follow 100. That's almost 10 times more. So are you spending 10 times more on social media? You're not.
Exactly.
So I don't know. People like to
It just
complain.
depends. Yeah. Just depends what people are liking.
But that's the thing, right? If you create some content that people will like more, then they'll comment and they'll share it. Then you will get a chance of them seeing the more of the next time you post something. So I feel like I do this thing where I do like a very popular one, not so popular one, so it's kind of hit it down. So hopefully another big one to like kind of do that kind of.
That's what I was going to ask, is where do you find the balance between content that will do good and content that will perform well or whatever, and then content that you genuinely enjoy and that you want to post?
So because I am from the internet, I'm also an internet person. I kind of have to cater to what people want. I will create something that is, I know what people want. Like let's say make 5 of them. So that's more my majority. Like it has to be a combination of something I like, but mostly they like first. Let's say do 5 of them. And then I'll post one that I know it won't do very well, but I like this a lot. So you guys like this? How about that? Maybe. No? Okay. We'll do this again. Let's do 5 of this. Yeah. You like it? Okay. All right.
What
now,
about this
how
one?
about this?
No. Okay. Well, back to the...
So I do that cycle a few times,
Yeah.
usually. Like even like the photo I post today, it was weird too. I thought the photo I did on Instagram today would do really well. It didn't do as well because I posted another similar photos 2 days ago, and that one did really well. But that might have maybe just more cleavage or something. I don't know. But this one does too.
It's all over the place. But speaking of quality, on Discord, I don't know what it is, but your video is absolute hot garbage. But on Twitch, you look flawless, and you are like in the highest of detail.
Thank you. Let's see. If I make myself even brighter, because I have some crazy lights in my room. Let's see. I will look even more flawless.
Let's see. Can we get you on the big screen?
Yeah.
Let's see this.
Oh, hello. Let me also turn on every single lights there are.
There we go.
Oh, hi. My name is Martin. Yeah. Discord does
that. Looks great. That 4K is coming through.
Yeah, I think it's Spectrum and Discord. Like they always like I think internet right now is a mess. I mean, I'm glad it's at least prioritizing stream Twitch instead of Discord. So because like for what people are seeing and what I'm recording, you look great, I look great, But then at certain hours, I think it's like always around this time where it get very pixelated. So it's like, F you, Martin, you're good, you're done.
I just love Minecraft Martin though. I like how I personally get Minecraft Martin, but the stream gets like fully polished 3D modeled Martin.
So do you know Alana Pierce?
I'm trying to think if we've actually met in person, but I know her through internet.
So I brought this up because she was on my stream 2 weeks ago. But she made a video about most popular games on Pornhub. Or like those version of porn.
Oh my god, like Minecraft porn?
Minecraft is up there.
Roblox is definitely up there.
Oh my god. And Minecraft porn is a thing. It's so strange though.
It's so
like
weird.
Everything is boxy, but sometimes the boobs are not. And some of them have vaginas.
I've definitely been sent some interesting things, being like somebody who played Minecraft for a long period of time.
Are you a Minecraft person?
Not anymore. I played for like a long period, but I haven't actually played in so long. But yeah, I've definitely been sent some videos. I've definitely seen the variety, I guess.
Do they have sound to go with them?
one that was sent. There was in the bits that I skipped around. There was definitely some sound effects, and it had a little production value. So I don't know,
That
like
takes
who's
time.
who's like pumping these out? Like literally. Yeah, I'm like, you could be putting your creative modeling skills to something so much more constructive than Minecraft porn, but like,
What if they're
you?
doing what I was saying? Make 5 things that like you like this? Now let's look at Disney
What
Pixar.
about this one?
Maybe it's a
Oh my
Disney
God.
Pixar, like
No.
engineer. It's like no, okay. We'll go back to
All right,
Minecraft
back to
porn.
Minecraft. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Oh
some
my
dude.
God.
Yeah, it takes time. Like voice acting for hentai, I feel like that takes a lot of time. It's kind
It's
of
a commitment. That's an interesting. Maybe that's what you put in your Tinder bio for like hobbies and stuff. That's how you really spice it up.
hentai
You're
voice
like,
actor.
I'm a VO artist. Oh yeah, cool. Have I like heard you in anything?
Possibly.
Well,
Wait,
maybe.
do you? Okay, of course it's not porn related, but do you get recognized on the street sometimes? I know we do at
Not.
conventions, but
Yeah, I was gonna say at conventions it's like a whole different game, but actually it's so funny. Literally before I was on this call, so I'm backing up a couple layers of the onion. So
Good.
I usually, I sometimes when I have this open, like the software for my mic, and then I open Discord, for some reason there's some weird thing with Windows 10 updates where it like lowers my voice. And I sound like I don't know what's happening.
oh,
Like
you mean like the pitch, not like volume?
yeah, like pitch. Like I sound like this, and people just call it robot Sonja. Sometimes it happens. Usually when I open Discord. So before we jumped on here, I jumped into my Discord just to like test.
Mic check.
I was doing a little like mic check 1 2 in my little in my Discord, and some people jumped in and we were just chatting and blah blah blah, and one of the people that jumped in, they're like, oh wait, do you remember me from? Do you remember? Oh no, sorry. The way that they said it was, do you remember 2018? Not Scariest Farm, and I was like, what? It was like the most out of the blue, and then immediately it came back to me. Somebody recognized me going through like a pitch black maze at Not Scary Farm. And like in the maze, they were working there.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? But nobody would have believed me that it happened. I feel like nobody would have believed me, but I was with somebody who was like right in front of me, and they turned around because I guess they heard it or saw something. But yeah, we were going through, and this person like, they didn't like grab me, but they were like, ooh, Sonja, Firefox, or like, I know who you are. And I'm like, this got so much more scary. They really like personalized this one.
People would have to pay extra for that. You got a good deal out of that.
I got a really good deal. So afterwards I was like, what the fuck? And somebody tweeted at me. They're like, oh, I couldn't really say anything, but like I recognized you, and it was so nice to see you. And I'm like, oh. That maze got a lot more meta. So I feel like I don't really like, not like on the street, but I feel like I've had the weirdest interactions of like, oh yeah, you recognized me in a pitch black maze at Not Scary Farm like 2 years ago. There's some weird shit.
So they recognize your voice and kind of how you are from. Wow, that means you were recognizable.
Do you think so?
I don't know.
Without the headset? The headset's pretty like, I've had this for like 5 years. I feel like it's pretty recognizable.
I just thought you like they glued to your ears or something. I was just surprised seeing you in outside. It's like, wow, where are the headphones?
Yeah, usually if I'm going, I'm like, all right, gotta go for a walk. Okay, see. It's just always I shower with it. Yeah. When I shower with it, I take off the plates at least, and like I air dry them.
So considerate.
Yeah. What about you?
What if every single like streamer like to do this picture where they go from high above, Dutch angle with headphones? I feel like I get it, you stream, but that's like every single person when they stream. It's just I have seen some people Instagram is like that too. The whole Instagram, it's just them like hi, and then just slanted headphones like that.
Well, you don't want it slanted like this.
Why slanted at all?
Just the straight, because then it's a mugshot.
I don't know. Just everything. I get it. You stream, but
I'm just gonna post this photo. Just dead on. That's it. No slanted photos.
Your Twitter is a mess, though. Not a mess. It's a mix of everything. Like, you're very positive, but sometimes it's a shit post.
It's definitely a mess.
It's 50-50, and I'm like, oh man, it must be so confused for some people. They'll follow you for like, oh yeah, this cute girl who stream, and then suddenly it's like, you have some like life-changing question, and then it's like, I don't know how to answer this.
I know sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, haha, look at this Animal Crossing clip, and then other times I'm like, do you guys ever just like, I don't know, eat an orange in the shower just to feel something? But like, I don't know. They're like, wait, what the fuck? But honestly, have you?
Right.
That was like a big thing that my stream would talk about all the time, like a couple of years ago, is having a shower orange. Have you ever done that?
Shower beer, I get it, but shower orange? No.
Right? Do you eat oranges? Like, not often, but like.
I mean, I consume oranges. Yeah.
You enjoy an orange. So think of like all the negative things about an orange, right? Like you have to peel into it, and then where do you put all the peelies? And then it's like your hands are all sticky, and then the juice gets everywhere. The shower eliminates all of that.
No,
and
the peel is still gonna be there.
Well, if you put the peels, if you just like throw them on the ground, we'll throw them on the ground in the shower, and then the hot water like heats it up, and it smells all citrusy. And it smells really nice. I'm not gonna lie. And then you just wipe off your hands; they're not sticky.
I wonder if it's good for your skin. Like, can you take a bath with it?
Ooh, maybe. If you have like cuts, maybe not. Because maybe the citrus would really suck. That's like taking a lemon bath. But you could try.
I mean, people do that with cucumber already. Might as well.
What other fruits and veggies can we use? What other fruits and veggies are we missing out on that we could be using in our spa routines?
Not banana. Looks like it would melt.
That's not a good one.
Yeah, not strawberry because it will color stain. I don't know. We can do like a milk bath, but with fruit that is good for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Aloe will be good. It's not really a fruit, but
then it's all slimy, and you try to stand up, and
but then,
maybe that's not.
But then
good.
you still take a shower after that. But Bree, I'm not sure, Bree Bun and a friend of mine was on the show the other day. Or when I say the other day, it could mean like 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago, by the way.
Yeah, very ambiguous, but it's okay.
So she was on the show the other day, and then she also told me something about shower procedure that changed my whole view on shower.
Oh.
It's after you're done showering, instead of just grabbing a towel, she squeegee her body, like to slide it before getting on the towel.
Oh.
Yeah. And it works. And I hate it. Now that like I do it sometimes, if I remember. Because after I do it, by the time I get my towel, I feel like I'm already half dry. And once I put like towel on, like instantly it changed. It's different. So give it a try.
Oh my God.
It's very different.
The towel hits different when you squeegee, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm like, what? So sometimes, when you put on pants or like, whatever, after shower, it kind of sticks to your skin. It's kind of hard to pull. Doesn't happen ever again.
Listen, I enjoy the drying process. I enjoy it. Like, I want to be soaked, and then I want to really make use of that towel,
I need to be efficient. I'm not going to walk around with a towel, I mean, it is more coverage than my short that I just had, but still.
I was gonna say, yeah, which is better? Which is worse? I don't.
What can give me more likes? It's time for a TikTok.
Time for a TikTok.
I might try it tonight though. They're putting the egg here. Have you seen that before?
But then you just break it.
That's what people say, but most people cannot do it.
Maybe it's one of those things like, hey, can you touch your elbows together in front of you? Maybe it's one of those things where you're
but yeah, I thought about it too. One of my friends did it. Two of my friends actually got able to do it, but then they got eggs everywhere.
Why would you do it then?
And they did it in the room instead of like in the bathroom or bathtub. So, but
they really trusted the process, huh?
Oh, they did, and then it's like exactly. It's like it's just people pranking that one person to make them do it and get an egg. Apparently it stains. It stains everywhere.
Oh, really? Is it like the yolk?
I guess not just the smell, but it's the paint and everything. So, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it next to a wall, at least.
Don't get jacked with eggs, my friends. Our
Exactly.
PSA. Do we need like you know how Bob Barker would always end his show at The Price is Right
Yeah.
with like spay and neuter your pets.
It's
Is
always
that our version?
yes, like
Don't get yoked.
in your house.
Double meaning. I don't know.
Don't get yoked.
Don't get yoked on the carpet. I don't know.
A really random fact before I let you go, but we're flex actually, not just this flex,
literally a weird flex.
We're flex because we're talking about getting yolk and everything. Pornhub Twitter follows me.
They follow me too,
but they're hilarious.
Have you ever seen my jacket?
No, you have a jacket too?
I'll have to show you a jacket at some point.
Yeah, no. Are you on a private Pornhub channel for $7,000 that I did not know about?
Listen, there's a reason I know about private Pornhub channels now.
but they're hilarious. They're actually more PG-13 than most other Twitter that I know of.
They're really funny, and it sucks because like I want to retweet some of the stuff. Yeah. Because it's so funny, but then I'm like, do I want to have like Pornhub on my? I don't know. It's such an internal battle.
I know. Like they're also very, very educational sometimes too.
Aw, what have you learned?
Like they would actually like teach you about sex stuff or like how to clean sex toys and like all the stuff. And they're all still, again, they're not showing you like vagina or dicks or anything. It's just straight up information and funny memes.
That's cool.
It's great.
I love it.
So I'm like, oh, again, the same thing. Like I really want to share them sometimes because like this is good information or this is like really funny. But it's kind of strange that I'm sharing Pornhub. And sometimes, of course, like, because you never know. You'll be like, let me share this. And then, like, the next day, a client's going to be like, oh, yeah, let us show us this potential influencer that we want to use for this campaign. And then Pornhub.
I literally, I have a story maybe I'll tell you off off stream. It has to do with the jacket, which is funny. But you have to be careful. You have to be careful, I guess. As funny as you are, Pornhub.
Ari, I think that's her name right now. But yes, anyway, that sounds like a good way to end this. I want to know that story right now. Okay, how can people find you?
I'm at OMGitsfirefoxx everywhere, pretty much. OMGitsfirefoxx.com if you want to play some DOS games. I have very irregular streams on Twitch. You can check that out, follow, and then maybe get a notification. And if you're lucky, then you'll catch it. But I'm mostly active on Instagram. So I post a shitload of stories, sometimes videos, photos. But yeah.
Where did you actually get that name?
OMGitsfirefoxx?
Yeah. Like, how did that come about?
It was like I think Fire and Fox was like an auto-generated, I don't know if it was like RuneScape or Habbo Hotel or something like way back. It was like an auto-generated, like it would put two words together and then like that would be your username. Like it would just auto-generate names and it was just Fire and Fox. I was like, okay. A lot of people are like, oh, it's the web browser. I'm like, close,
please,
but no. And then I remember early on, it was like really early on. I think it was like OMG, it's Ali A. I think he's just Ali A now. I think he was a Call of Duty YouTuber. I was like, I kind of like that, and I'm not saying I took that, but
but
I don't know why. I don't know.
You were inspired. How about that?
I was inspired by it. But now I'm like, what do I? So I feel like maybe I've outgrown the OMGitsfirefoxx, and maybe I want to grow up a little. But what do I rebrand? I've got nothing.
I don't know. Like I think that's our problem. Like if you have a username that kind of stuck, if you use your real name, it'd be weird to change to something that is a username that people wouldn't recognize.
Right.
But I don't even remember what Ninja's real name is. Like that's how his brand is. So
right. It's like Oprah, but Oprah's
yeah. I was like, that's her name, right?
but that's like
some of those people have the one character, like one name, not even their last
Share.
name.
That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja. Yeah. That's exactly you know.
Yeah, and that's it.
That is his name now.
Yeah,
it's his real legal name.
One character's like one word name. Some people have 3 words name. You never just say just one word. You know.
Yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
It's just always something.
Martin Wong.
Martin Wong.
It's got, you have to say it together. If you
Yeah.
don't, Martin who?
I'll disappear. Yeah.
It's Martin Wong.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. We had a great time. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, who do we have? I have an artist tomorrow. Should be great. She'll draw
Aw.
stuff, and I want to ask her about all kind of, because I suck at drawing, by the way. My dad is really good at it. He's so good that I gave up on drawing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I'm
just so
awful.
ridiculous. Another sad story. But yeah, I will have Nips tomorrow. That's what should go by on the show. And again, you can watch this on YouTube, on Twitch. Find me on Twitters. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Maybe Facebook. I'm not really active there. But yeah.
No.
All right. Yeah. So I'll see y'all next time and have a good day. Stay safe. Bye.